right, shalom, shalom. All right, we back. No, we had some technical difficulties, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back over to the elder.
We was going into the Jeremiah 49 chapter, man, just talking about how Esau's ways are not hid to the world anymore, you know? And now they're getting more and more exposed, okay? Mainly by the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, us going out on the highways and the byways, we pushing that vibration out week in and week out. Every day there's lessons going out, there's teachings going out, there's street speakings going out, and you're seeing camps pop up all around the world, talking and teaching about who Esau is and what's going to befall him in the latter days, man. So self-proclaimed white man, the Edomite, man.
That's right.
All right, so we got to keep that fire burning, man, because we're starting to see his nature deteriorate right before our eyes, man. That confidence that he had, that pride that he has, is not only is it breaking, but it's going to lead to him being complete wrath, man. You know?
I got something real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
That's right. We're not gonna keep silence all the wickedness that these Edomites have done. You know, and so you know, you just recently had all that issue with that one Edomite kid that went out and talked to them Gadites.
Come to Catholic.
And all that bullshit. You know, and so you know they kind of put a spotlight on the black.
Right.
Hebrew Israelites. And that's played out, man. You know? It's played out, man.
God.
And we're not falling for that no more, man.
God.
That's done. Trying to separate people via that shit, that ain't working no more, man. We see right through it, man.
Yep, Esau's enchantment on Jacob is wearing out. You know, like you look at that movie Get Out, you know, Jake was in a disenchanted spirit. You know, they was just all out of it. They were just gone. But hey, what happened? Jake broke out of that shit at the end, man. Yeah. And that's ultimately what's happened with us.
Right. And it's crazy. The spirit had in the movie was a flash of light that woke you up out of it, man. You know, and what's the light? This word, man. That's right. All right. And so you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving us word and woken us out of that deep sleep that we were in. God. You know, because when you watch that movie Get Out, when they were succumbed, they were in that sunken place or whatever. You know, they were all docile and just out of pocket. No spirit. Yeah. Through. Yeah. And that's how 2/3 of our people are now, man. Right? But you're seeing Jake get that light, and they're waking up out of that, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures compare the men of the Lord to being lively stones. You know, you gotta possess a lively energy about yourself when you house the testimony of Yahushua. You know, you can't be dull and just walking around in that zombified mode, that zombified energy, man. You know, you're supposed to be lively because the spirit of the Lord is dwelling in you. That's right. You know, that's Jake. That's how Jake move in the world. You know, you have a little conversation with these little young jitterbugs out here. You just like, hey man, say it with your chest, man. You know, what's wrong with you? That's you know, you see all these guys that's coming up of age, these older teenagers, 17, 18, they don't have no bass in their voice. You know, and that's why the Lord set the prophets up in the spirit to chant down Babylon, give them no rest. You know, because our people are utterly destroyed, you know, due to the witchcraft and you know the subconscious attack by Esau. That's why we bugging Edomites out subconsciously with the truth. That's we plaguing their minds subconsciously where they waking up in cold sweats because we telling the truth about them.
Yeah, they're coming out to the camps crying and snotting, mad, because they can't come up against the truth, man.
I got a quick one. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 5. It says, ye are the children of light.
There you go. We're the children of light, man. That's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel right there, man. We're the children of light. And really it's talking about all Israel, you know, because in the kingdom, man, we're going to have that glow. Okay? But also we're going to have these scriptures in us, man. That's right. Go ahead.
It says, in the children of the day, we are not of the night, nor of the darkness. verse 6, it says, therefore let us not sleep as do others.
Yeah, let us not sleep as do others, man. Okay, because these people are all asleep. They're all comatose by the madness of this world, man. You know. So we're not to partake in that drunken spirit, man. Because you know how you get so drunk, man, you just pass out.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know. And that's how these people are. They pissy drunk, man. Sleep with vomit on their breath, man.
Yep.
So we ain't supposed to be in that spirit, man. That's why we gotta constantly be praying, fasting, reading. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Doing lessons, speaking. Okay, waiting on the return of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, is that it, right?
And it's the last part. It says, as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober, and that's exactly right, man. Right? Because it alluded to being asleep, and then it alluded to being sober. Right?
That's being woke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, having vision. When you sober minded, you have a clear vision.
Right.
You know your direction. You know where you're going. You can see out your peripheral. You know.
Well, you're circumspect.
Yeah.
You circumspect when you drunk. You don't detect certain things. You can't see as well.
Yep.
Right.
Can't hear as well.
Yeah, you look at a drunk person. His eyes is always everywhere.
It's like when you drunk, that girl that gets prettier and prettier the more you drink.
Right.
You wake up, you're like, God damn.
The hell I
What
do.
the hell I do?
You're not cognizant.
Right. That's right. You know.
God.
So we're gonna be sober, man. You know. Yeah.
I had something if you don't mind real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, that maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right. And that's what Esau has done to the whole planet Earth, man. Especially the children of Israel, man. You know, they made Israel drunk, not with wine, but with their philosophies, man. With us assimilating into the nature and the culture and the way of life of the heathen, man. Right? To where we are in that, Jake is in that sunken place, man. Comatose by all of his wicked ways of being, man. So now it's taboo to not shave. It's it's taboo to hate sodomy. It's okay to commit adultery, to be a drug abuser, and to be a witch, drug dealer, to be a whoremonger. That all the ways that the scriptures told us not to be was the ways that Jake is living, man. And it's because of Esau, man.
Yeah, because he promotes it. He gives Jake these platforms to promote that left hand energy, to where they can get on a microphone and get in front of a crowd of people and chant that to that crowd to commit adultery, sleep with their brother's woman, to pop pills and smoke weed and do all of these other things that's contrary to the scriptures. Hold up satanic witchcraft signs with their hands. Esau gives them the platform to promote the left hand energy that they push on our people. So so how do we counteract that energy? Like the brother Kasha Kwala brought out, with the light. We got to shine the light on him. We got to put the scope on this devil.
That's right.
And show everybody, like, no, it's him. Like, he's the nigga at the end of Scooby-Doo, man. You know, he's the one we pulling the mask off. Like, no, it was Mr. Whitaker the whole goddamn time, man.
If I can say, like, my brother's been going into, especially particularly the Dallas camp, they brought that analogy of basically Esau being a fugitive, man. And we got the evidence. You know, we like the witness, so to speak. And we got the scope on Esau, man.
Yeah.
You know, it was him that did it. It was him. You know,
And we using the light.
We using the light. Yeah, to shine the light on his ass, man.
You know,
Monkey ass.
yeah. They cross-examining us, and we like, oh, he did this, he did this, he did this, he did that. We caught doing this. I keep going.
Esau like,
Yeah.
That's right.
you
And
know?
the Spirit of the Lord has the elect in the witness protection program, man.
Yeah,
He's
God.
not gonna kill the elect, man.
That's right.
You know,
Yep, cause
like they do, you know, these high-profile cases. And they go out and they off the witnesses, man.
Yep.
You know, the angels are protecting his men, and we're bringing it out of you devils, man.
That's right.
Okay.
I got something real quick to add to what Brother Abba brought out. This is Revelation 18 and 3. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies."
Right, and so you see that this fiat currency and these Federal Reserve banks, and you have these world banks that get these developing nations and developing countries into massive amounts of debt. Okay, and then the higher ups, they live deliciously off the resources of all of these different countries and lands, man. But the rest of the planet is destitute, man. Right? So these merchants, they wax rich, man. They control all of these different things through the philosophy of Esau, man, through the practices of the self-proclaimed white man.
Yep, through the IMF system,
That's
the centralized banking format of currency, world currency. You know, then they
military, of course.
yeah, they militarize certain zones. Then they put philosophies in certain zones, and ultimately they control every facet of life.
And really, the democracy. So you see that when they go into a country, they create a so-called conflict. There's a coup. They get the leadership out of there. They kill all of those guys, and then they turn that nation into a democratic nation. Set up voting. But really, they already have the puppet guys that they're going to be running everything. And they've been doing it for hundreds of years, and now these nations are privy to it, and they're like, hell no, get the fuck out of here. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you kind of.
This is Psalms 58 and 6. Break their teeth.
Start at 1.
Let me start at 1? Psalms 58 and 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart you work wickedness.
In your mind, you working wickedness, man. You ain't judging righteously. Go ahead.
You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. That's why every time they talk about reparations, Esau gets incensed, man. Like, who the fuck you to ask for reparations? But it's still, these Amalekites over there are the biggest welfare nation in the world, man. They receive billions of dollars in aid, man. But Jake over here built this nation up to be the richest nation of all time, of all kingdoms.
Still generating money for this society.
That's right. The free labor, man.
That's right.
But where's the 40 acres of mule we promised? You know?
Yeah, the same thing go with the Northern Kingdom. You know, Issachar is a major part of why, you know, a lot of America is built, but yet and still they want to promote a border wall and push them out of the very country that their forefathers owned, man. You know, so that's why, you know, it was set up through the Spirit for Yahweh Bashim Shai to set the prophets up. Because if the prophets weren't set up in America, nobody would call you devils out, man.
That's right.
You know, everybody tiptoes around, you know, the debauchery that you've committed, but you will plaster nations and of people on CNN. Look how they doing R. Kelly. But then when you turn around and you do Esau like that, then you're racist. No, you the racist, man. You the one that you put our people on the news and you just give them such a shitty image. But then we pull out your track record. We go into the scriptures, show how you deceived the planet Earth through philosophy, how you bullied everybody with your military, and how you set up a debt-based system, and you controlled nations for years. Now that it comes out, the truth comes out on the table, clear and uncut. Now we the problem, man.
Or if I may, Bishop, when you hear these stories of different people coming out to speak against these pedophilia rings throughout the country and the world, what happens? The people that come out and speak on it, they end up getting iced. You put them to death. But here it is, like you said, and this isn't some lesson of us uplifting R. Kelly. It's just showing you that the judgment of the society is wickedness, as the scriptures say. Wrongful judgment proceeded.
Oh yeah, we get that.
You know. So when you see these different stories, what about Pizzagate? That's considered. You said that's fake news. That's fake news. But R. Kelly doing whatever he did, that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. What about the national emergency right now? You can talk about that.
If I may, Esau pushes a lot on stereotypes. You know, so he furthers the stereotype of Jake instead of what about the billionaire from the Patriots.
Right.
That's
Robert Kraft.
Yeah,
that gets
yeah,
kind of
it's
swept
swept
under the rug.
That should be on the
Push.
news, just rolling, man.
Rotating.
Just rotating.
You know, there ain't no video hit that all that going viral, man. You know,
Yep. I got it real quick. This is Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
wrong judgment proceeded, and that's going on for too long, man.
That's right.
You know, but it's all through the spirit, because the plan of Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to be fulfilled, man. So it was told to us how wicked and disgusting that this world was going to be, man. Okay? And America fits the bill.
That's right.
Okay? Do you want to finish that in Psalms?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. And it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
And that's all Esau does is speak lies, man. He lied about everything. When you turn the TV on, it's all about lies.
That's right. Yeah.
So anytime you talk about a politician, now this person is representing millions of people. Shouldn't that person be an upstanding person? But if you have a general conversation about politicians, what is normally said about a politician?
Crooked.
That they're crooked, lying pieces of shit, man.
That's right.
When you talk about cops, they're supposed to be to serve and protect, right? But when you have a conversation about a cop, it's about what? How disgusting, brutalizing piece of shit he is, abusing their power, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
When you talk about the criminal justice system, that's where the things are supposed to go correctly and right. But those righteous judgments don't go out, man. The people blast somebody, shoot them in the face, man. You know, kill him on camera.
Yep.
He walks scot-free. There's another story of a lady hanging a baby, man.
Yeah.
She just got probation.
Yeah, the story of the guy that the cop killed the guy in Sacramento in his own backyard while he was taking the trash out. Police just come and gun him down, and they acquitted the police on all charges. You see, so this is the judgment that the Heavenly Father is witnessing taking place on the planet Earth under your rule.
Right.
This is the judgment that's being orchestrated under your American governmental system. And it's totally wrong. There's nothing right about how you judge people with no mercy. You get on the stand with your gavel, and you hit the gavel, and you throw Jake life away for a bag of potato chips.
Right. Just like we keep bringing up the R. Kelly situation now. They put him in jail for back child support because he owed over $100,000 in back child support. Well, you know, he wasn't just being a nigga and not paying it. He was like, okay, well, I got $50,000 right now.
Right.
Can we just break it up in payments? Now that's sensible, right?
That's very sensible.
Because the lady would the woman would get the money or whatever, and they set up a payment plan, right? No, Esau throws the man in jail. Said, no, you got to come up with all of it right now.
Some bull, man.
You know,
No mercy.
just bullshit verdicts, man.
And that's why the judgment that's gonna come on America is gonna be in resemblance to how you judge people. It's gonna be without mercy.
That's right.
You know, and that's balanced judgment. You know, that is a balanced judgment to judge America without the mercy that you've never shown people. That's why the Heavenly Father is going to step in. He's going to send His only begotten Son, who is a so-called Negro, is going to come back, and He's going to issue out the same judgments that you've been given on everybody else, man.
In righteousness.
And that's right, brother.
That's right.
In righteousness. You know, like what the elder's saying, they try to railroad Jake for the smallest of things, man. But then they let politicians get away with snorting cocaine, shooting heroin, popping hookers, and then they go and pass laws.
Yeah, they don't understand about it, man.
It's crazy.
Well, look at Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
She's a war criminal. She's one of the biggest criminals on the planet Earth. And she's walking around here free, willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Benghazi and stuff.
Yeah. Drinking baby blood. You know,
George Bush.
they got all that stuff on the dark web, man. Video of them eating kids, man.
Boy, oh boy.
You know, they don't say nothing about it, man. But you jaywalk, man. You get hemmed up and beat up, man. You get sent to the hospital, man.
Let your tail light be out.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, you make a left without your signal light, man. That's a life goddamn chance. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
It's true. Yeah, you get pulled over by the color. You didn't even do nothing. You get pulled over. You shaking.
Yeah.
You didn't even do nothing. You know? Because you know, in the hands of this devil, he can do whatever he wants to you, man.
That's right.
Or the cop just get behind you, just he ain't got his license, you just
Right.
sing like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You ain't did nothing.
You ain't do nothing.
You ain't no record or nothing. You good, but you just like,
You
man.
start turning on different streets you ain't even supposed to go on, man. You going way out of the way
Yeah,
just to
late.
try to get away from the cop, man. Now you late for work. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, that's right.
God.
And you didn't even do nothing wrong, man.
Yep.
Driving like you a drug trafficker. You think you got a trunk full of stuff, man.
Yep.
That's right.
God,
This is I got something real quick.
go ahead.
This is Psalms 73, and I'm starting at 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. It said, yep.
Yeah, they're completely sold by violence, man.
God.
That's all their mind is on, is the violence and wickedness, man. You know? Because if you don't comply, that's when Esau really gets upset, man.
That's right.
And he's went all over the planet Earth, killing, destroying, polluting, finding ways to bring demise to people, man. Whether it's through chemical warfare, germ warfare, their military might,
Yep.
political assassinations,
Yep.
trying to destroy their economy with sanctions. He's all about death and destruction, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Bring it up.
Okay.
If I could say something to
Yeah.
this, well, even the rape. He's raped so many of our women that he's created a whole nother nation of chocolate goddamn Edomites. Just walking around the earth. We thinking that that's a that's a devil.
This is damn piece of
So the fruits of what you've done is catching up with you. To where people are now starting to be like, damn, that's a white boy.
Yep, yep.
And that's the results of all the rape that you did, man. You got chocolate Edomites out here, man. You know, so the Heavenly Father is about to eradicate this whole setup in the spirit. It was a video that surfaced today where you had a choir over in Russia that was singing a song directed towards America, saying "Burn America, niggas are sleeping, niggas are asleep." It said "Tired toys are asleep, niggas are asleep. Burn the enemy land, burn the enemy land, man." That's biblical prophecy. That's when you read what is that? Ezekiel 38. It says he shall get an evil thought.
Yeah.
Talking about those Russians, man. The Lord is putting that evil thought in those Russians' mind against you Americans.
That's right.
Because the Lord's going to pay you back for all of the judgments that you issued out in the planet Earth. Because you're an unfit judge, man. You have no reason to sit on the podium judging anybody, man.
That's right.
You should be the last nation of people judging anybody, man.
That's right. And you're gonna be on the bottom, man, where you need to be, so the earth can be corrected in the manner that it needs to be, man. So Esau, you got to be completely wiped out, moved out of the way, man, because you completely effed everything up, completely, man.
Yep.
Okay. You got something?
Okay.
No, finish yours.
There's still a couple of verses.
Finish yours.
It's Psalm 73 and 7. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart can wish.
Right, and that goes back to the blessing that was promised to Esau in the Genesis, the 25th chapter.
Yep.
Okay? You know, they have more than their heart could wish because they were promised the fatness of the earth for a time, which they're living deliciously now. Also, when you go to Malachi, it says he shall build up. The Lord's going to throw it down. Okay?
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right, they speak wickedly concerning oppression. So when you bring out all the accusations of Esau, he gets mad, man. And he tells you, well, we didn't bring you out of Africa, you know, we made your lives better. He was so, with all the wickedness he's done, you know, he speaks wickedly about it, man. You know, he'll talk about the decimation of the North American Indians, but then talk about the casinos.
Right.
You know, as if that equates to something that's upright and good, man.
You know, this devil is hypocritical, man. Some of the curriculum on one of my son's tests that he had today was they was teaching the kids about the Native Americans and the Americans, and they said that the Native Americans didn't have a writing system, so the English came over here and showed them how to write. So out of all of that history of you slaughtering, raping, putting diseases on them, the only thing that's in your curriculum is you taught them how to write. That's why it's straight bullshit, because there is ancient relics all around America with writings. You know, So you devils have a lot of, you on a smear campaign like a hoe. You know, you don't want nobody, so they're trying to take slavery out the books. You know, they're just trying to totally eradicate all of the things that they did, but the Heavenly Father's going to see you through to it, man.
That's right.
You ain't going to sweep this stuff under the rug, man. The Lord got the spirit on brothers, setting them up in all these different zones to bring out these charges on your ass, man. You know, with boldness, with the spirit of boldness. You know, because somebody got to tell you what you've been doing, man. You know, so the Lord is establishing a righteous rulership on the face of the earth right now because of the things that you've done to people, man. It's just totally was not right. There was nothing right about how you treated these people. You was a big bully, man.
Correct.
You know, there's nothing right about how you treat nations of people. It was nothing right about how you did the children of Israel, man. That's straight up and down to the point, man. You can try to argue or refute or throw racist. You know, it can't be racist though. You know, but yet and still, you still propagate all of this debauchery in the earth right now to where you got the Momo challenge. You got this whole Momo challenge going on, but yet and still, our page is getting flagged because copyrights.
Yeah, but you can't stop that.
Right.
Kids killing themselves. Just wicked, man.
Yeah.
You know? Somebody say something about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Police knocking on your door.
Yeah.
It's like the Elder Yashwamba said. But you got this going on online, and nobody knows what's going on.
Right.
Where it's coming from.
Yeah, here it is. People believe death threats in our comment section under our video. They page is still up, but then we put a video up of a waterfall and a strike.
Right.
Hey, goddamn, that was a peaceful ass video. You know, I was trying to cheer brothers up. You got a strike. Yeah, and still Jake goddamn GMS needs to be killed.
Yeah.
Paid him for 1,000 goddamn years.
Yeah, man, he's the devil, man. And you might saw the devil, man.
That's right.
And we're gonna tell you to your face that you the damn devil, man.
That's right.
What did Charles Barkley say back in the day? Anything else would be uncivilized, man.
Yeah.
To call you anything else but the devil would be
You doing exactly what the devil would do.
right.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. With the devil pollute water.
Absolutely.
Right.
Would he pollute air?
Absolutely.
Would he put people in chattel slavery?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would he defraud the world?
Yep.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing what the devil would do.
Yeah, and
So,
then mad when we get mad when we tell them what they're doing.
Right.
Like what's wrong? Like Esau you really retarded.
And you gonna pollute the water you drink.
Right.
Stupid.
Polluting the air you breathe.
I won't just let two cows have sex and have a baby. I'm gonna clone the cow and then sell it. I don't know what it'll do to you, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, you wanna blow up the moon.
Yeah, let me shoot a rocket to the moon and see what happens.
Niggas bored. You know? It's a bored fucking gremlin, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I got was it more, bro?
That's pretty much the point.
I got one real quick now, then you can get it in, bro. It's Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land."
Boom, and you see that today, man. There's no truth, no mercy, or knowledge of the Most High in this land, man. Everyone's just living their life deliciously in complete lust and wickedness, man.
Yeah.
And everyone hates everybody. I don't know what everybody wants to talk about love. Y'all don't love each other, man.
It's fake love.
It's fake.
You know, all you gotta do is just go on the comment boards.
That's
Don't nobody love anybody, man.
Right.
You know, it's a bunch of malice and hate.
A bunch of arguing and
Yep.
opinions.
All day long.
Yep.
All day long.
A nigga be waiting on you to spell a word wrong.
It's
well. Goddamn.
No, it's not. It's not your. It's your with the apostrophe on it.
What do you have, a third grade level education?
Right.
Dumb monkey.
Look, conversate is not a word.
They go in. Your mama must have dropped you when you were a baby. Like, God damn.
Yep.
My bad.
You're nothing but a shit smear. Yep. They just be saying it. Yeah.
Salakia.
Give me.
Right. When we We keep going. It's, verse 2, it says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood.
Blood touches blood, man. And I'm going back to it. It's all because of the Esau. Now, it really goes back to us breaking the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But Esau perpetuates this lifestyle, man.
That's right.
You know, of just death and killing and defrauding and lying to where you know it's okay. You know,
he's very unfair.
Yeah.
He's so unfair, man.
you had this guy Genuine didn't want to hug a tranny, and they got mad at Genuine. Like, wait,
Right.
So he has to be affectionate to the damn big ass man that's trying to be a woman.
Right.
A whole nigga trying to be a woman. You're not a woman, bro.
Right. Pressing
So
up on
I'm
this man
pretend
personal space.
Right.
You're not a nigga? Come on, man.
Yeah. Infringing upon this man personal space, but do a role reversal. Let a man do that to a woman.
Right.
Let a man walk up to a woman and try to kiss her unwillingly. They gonna get on his shit.
They got Genuine.
Right.
A train tried to kiss him and he got derailed in the news.
Yeah, that's what you just talking about.
It's lucky.
Yeah. He had to put it back out there, you know?
Yeah, man.
You know, so this is a very, a very unrighteous establishment, man.
Disgusting.
They don't view things in the same light. You know, it's a backward style of judgment. Like I said, you put the shoe on the other foot, and they gonna side the other way. You know, you got something, bro?
I got a quick one. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 28 verse 14. It says, a backbiting tongue have disquitted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down and overthrown the houses of great men.
Yeah, you know, that backbiting tongue, man, which that's Esau, man. You know, he put a lot of things on the table, he'll sign off on it, then he'll withdraw. Like the INF treaty, you know, between Russia and America. You know, here it is, they're supposed to be in a treaty where nobody produces long-range missiles that can go from 500 to 5,000 miles, yet and still, America does it. And then withdraw from the treaty. Just as they did with the Native Americans.
That's right.
Every last single one of the peace treaties that they created, like the Treaty of Versailles, the other just different treaties that they made with the Native Americans, they withdrew from it.
Yeah, it broke them.
You know, so how could we trust? How can this man continue to live when he has not established a connection of peace with anybody?
That's right.
He's never solidified a connection of peace with any nation of people.
Yeah.
You know?
You got Obadiah 6?
Oh,
Kind of. Bring that out.
This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
That's through his prophets, man. That's what Esau's being exposed via us, man. Right? Through all of these different mediums, but really by the vibration and the frequency of us blowing the trumpet out on highways and byways, man.
That's right.
Right? That resonated in the ears of the elect of the nation of Israel to come back to this truth, man. You straight, Martin? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Keep reading that.
Come on, verse 7, it says, all the men of the confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
That's what's gonna happen, man. So all these guys that you broke all these peace treaties with all of these other nations for hundreds of years, but guess what? That's gonna happen to you.
That's right.
Those same nations that you thought were your allies, they're gonna consume you, man.
That's right, brother.
Okay. Go ahead. And then we gonna finish you off, man.
That's right.
Dude, when we get that spiritual power, man, we're gonna lay Esau waste, man.
That's it, man.
And we're gonna reclaim the planet Earth and rule in righteousness, man.
That's right.
That's what the whole chapter going to too. You get the full story. You go right into that.
Go ahead.
It says, there is none understanding in him. Verse,
Right, and there's no understanding in him. Why? Because his mind was consumed with pride. You know, when you have a person that has a lot of pride, they don't listen to nothing. They won't accept instructions, man. You know, you might have had this, you know, a guy who's an excellent employee. You know, he wins awards every year, awards. Then something might change to where he's gonna have to switch up what he's doing. But if he has too much pride, he ain't gonna listen, man. And guess what's gonna happen? His numbers are gonna fall. The things he's doing is gonna fall, man.
Carmelo Anthony.
Right. And so that's what's happening to Esau, man. Oh, America, fuck yeah, we're the best, we're awesome. Well, all of these different things are going on. We're telling him his judgment based on what he's doing. We're showing him he could correct the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got the money to do it and the resources to do it, but he's not gonna do it.
Yep.
He's too consumed with his pride, man.
Hey, the spirit is still got it set up to where what's been in the talks lately, reparations. Still speaking wickedly on just giving Jake reparations.
Yeah.
You know, this guy get on the Tucker Carlson show and says that reparations for African Americans is absurd. You know, nobody that's living in the planet Earth now has enslaved these Negroes. So reparations is absurd. But yet this whole system was established off the disenfranchisement of these people. Okay? Look at the public school systems. All right, look at the grading. All of the African American school systems and Hispanic and Native American school systems get low test scores. But yet and still, all the other schools of you white people get high test scores. Why is that? Because of the establishment, man.
Yep.
Okay, so there still need to be repairs.
Ridiculous reparations are, but you pay the state of Israel billions of dollars in welfare money because of what happened during the time of World War II, man.
I think they said it's roughly about $30,000 or so
Like
per citizen that they receive.
Yeah, imagine if you just got $30,000 a year.
I don't even. Most people don't. Most Israelites in America don't make that a year.
Wow.
30 grand a year, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know? Well, now most of them crackers are dead, man. So
Right.
why don't you use the same argument?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
They ain't alive no more, man.
Yep.
All them Nazi, they dead, man.
Yep. And see that they can use they try to use that story to kind of big up themselves. Well, the Americans freed them. You know. But guess what, man? The Heavenly Father got your number, man. He putting that mouthpiece on brothers, and brothers is relentlessly bringing out information daily. Okay? Daily, man. You know. You have more, Gosh Scholar? If not, I got one real quick. This is Psalms 55 and 20.
Oh, yeah.
It says, "He have put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant." You know, and that's what who did that? Okay, now here it is. Jake was trying to tell you during the civil rights movement, bro, chill, we good. Let us just eat. Let us get some water, bro. We don't want to fight you. You know, we don't want to fight you. We don't want to go to war. Like, we straight. Let us get ours. Yet and still, you whooping Jake ass. So now that we ain't in that civil rights movement spirit, now you mad. You know?
Yeah, they killed off the Jakes that were trying to be at peace.
Yep.
They blew Martin Luther King head off, man.
Yeah.
So that's why you say he put forth his hand.
He was a
against
super
us.
coon, man.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Martin Lucifer Coon.
Yeah. I got a precept on the comment board.
Yep.
This is GMS soldier of Yahweh Shah, Isaiah 59 and 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter, man. And that's exactly how it is here in this place, man. This is beautiful scripture right there, man. You know, truth stands afar off here, man. You know, and that's why people come up to us and, "What he bums? What he talking about?"
Right.
You know,
Right.
we bringing out nothing but facts, truth, going deep into the scriptures, breaking it down, going into etymology of words,
History.
Yep.
current events for a couple hours, and then we just go home.
That's it.
We ain't hurt nobody, man.
Yeah. But they equate us to the new KKK.
Right.
Who we hung, man? Castrated. You know? KKK, they would hang a man up, cut his rod off in front of everybody,
Burn people's houses.
burn a man alive in front of his children, man.
And they won't even put that name on us because we tell them the truth.
Right.
That's why the Most High gonna protect us, man.
That's right.
You know, we're not worried about your idle threats, man, because we know the Heavenly Father gonna protect us because we ain't do nothing wrong, man.
God.
You know, I got another verse real
Okay,
quick.
kind of.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
War was in his heart, man. That was the blessing that Esau was given, was that sword, man. And his mind is he has a bloodlust. Esau has a psychopathic bloodlust. His only concern is death. His only concern is waywardness, man, and disease and famine, man. And that's what he's gonna be gifted with. He's gonna be given death, famine, destruction. That's what that's what you sow. That's what you're gonna reap, man. Because you're constantly consumed with that, man. You don't want to live peaceably with anybody, man. You know, because reparations and all that just makes sense. There's enough arable land for you to do all of that, and everyone be chilling. If you just stop.
Yeah. He can't.
Stop sucking all the oil out of the ground, clean. You can do that.
Yep.
But he's psychopathic. He has a psychopathic bloodlust.
Yep.
For destruction.
Yep.
Okay? So, you know, that's what you're going to reap. And it's going to be the biggest destruction in human history.
Gosh, man.
A complete eradication of the entire nation of Edom.
Wow.
You know how epic that is?
God.
You think about, you look at how many Edomites are on the planet. When they came over here, there was no Edomites.
Right.
There was just a boatload of Edomites. Now they're everywhere.
God.
They're all over the place. You can't go nowhere without Esau being there. They talk
to
about
home.
going, hey, go back to your own land. You there.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking shit up.
Yeah, you
It
fucking
don't
shit
matter
up.
where I go.
You can't even go to the ocean.
You go to
Or run to a sailor.
Right.
You go to the islands.
Yeah.
Islands. You watch these shows on like HGTV where they're buying properties. The only you Edomites, you go down to the Turks and Caicos and these little hidden islands all in the Caribbeans, buying you properties. You're everywhere.
God.
You know.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, they say, hey, go back to Africa. We can't. First and foremost, we're not from Africa, but shit, first, well, finance us to go back.
Right.
Motherfucker. Right. You know, they always talking, you know, you devils always popping it off, man. You know, always got some, you always complaining, man.
That's right.
Every time you turn around, especially the white woman, man, is complaining. Nothing is never right.
Trying to play the victim.
Yeah, nothing is never right in the society that you've created, in the society that you've built. All you do is complain. It's like us building the kingdom of heaven, and every day we're gonna complain about what we built.
That don't make no damn sense.
You know, you devils out. That's why the scripture say he is never satisfied. He enlarges his desire as hell. You can't satisfy you because you psychopathic. A psychopath can't be satisfied.
That's right.
You know, you got psychopathic desires, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the Heavenly Father is putting an end to your reign. And we know through the Spirit that the Lord is going to see us through this particular journey that we're going to embark on with you devils, man.
That's right.
Because we're going to have to go head up with you again, but we know that the Lord is going to see us through in this time if we hold fast, man. Because we're not going to we've been losing for hundreds of years of you devils, man. Just keep getting beat, keep dying, keep, jumping on our self-esteem, man. Destroying our families, man. So in these times, why would the Lord, have us keep losing to you devils and we in the right spirit?
That's right. If I could say, we always compare this truth to like a movie, man. You know, you watch the movie, the good guys always getting his ass. What is God? When you gonna raise up, man? Now we at the point in the movie now where the villain's about to get his judgment, man.
That's right.
You know, and the so-called was it the protagonist? The protagonist is gonna win, man.
That's right.
You know, we at that stage right now.
That's right. Because Esau treating us like we the antagonists.
Right.
When really he's the antagonist and we're the protagonist. You know, he's the one that's trying to stop us from progressing in life, so to speak. Man.
It's turbo.
You know, like Turbo off Wreck-It Ralph.
He's the bad one.
God. Hey, you got his point.
I added Habakkuk.
Too kind.
This is Habakkuk 2. I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith."
And that's what we're doing right now. We living by the faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy all of this, man. Right? Because when you read Revelation 13 and 9, right? It talks about that he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So here's patient and the faith of the saints. That's what we waiting on, man. Right? Because that judgment is in the Most High's heart, man.
That's right.
It's in the Lord's heart, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither
He's a proud man. It
Yep.
goes back to that pride, man.
Yep.
Because he transgressed by wine. So all of those different philosophies that he rolled out on the planet Earth, right? He's lifted up. Why? Because he thinks that his agenda, his New World Order agenda, is going to be sought through, man.
That's right.
And it's going to culminate into what? The chip.
Yeah.
That RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Because once he rolls that out, he's going to have all of these masses of people taking that chip. And he's going to be lifted up from pride, thinking that got him.
Yep.
But guess what? The Most High has a different plan and design, right?
That's right.
Via his prophecies, man.
That's right.
Okay? Any more on that?
Yeah, it says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
And is as death, man. And is as death, right? Because the wages of sin is what? Death, right? So that's why the whole planet Earth is living deliciously in the backward mindset of what the scriptures prescribe, man. Right? And so that's why death prevaileth in this world, man. Because these people, these heathens, and including 2/3 of our own people, hate the truth. They hate righteousness, man. They loathe it, man. Right?
That's right.
You can't tell a nigga to stop eating pork, man. He'll get all types of mad, man.
Yeah. You just had a black woman and an Edomite just got into a fight over crabs.
Yes.
Niggas be ready to die over abominations.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just disgusting, man. Go ahead.
It says, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
And cannot be satisfied, man. He cannot be satisfied. He's ruling the world, okay, with a complete strong arm, because we can't lift up an army and take this man down.
Right.
We living by faith,
That's right.
right? But he's ruling everything. No one really can come up against him. But he's not even satisfied with that, man.
Yep.
He's going to just keep going, moving more and more in his wickedness, man.
That's right.
Boy, oh boy.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough to just have faggots. Now you got to legalize faggots getting married.
Right.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, now they pushing towards legalizing pedophilia.
That's what's going to happen, man.
It's like,
if the Esau has his way, pedophilia and bestiality are going to be legalized, man.
heterosexual, being a heterosexual is going to actually be deemed as an abomination in their eyes, man.
Yep.
This place got to go.
Open up your mind.
Right.
You're limiting yourself. I love my dog.
Right.
We have a special bond that no one can understand. Why can I love my dog? My
Right.
dog loves me and I love him.
Yeah. Why?
Why can't we just be together in happiness? Why are you
can't
judging me?
You leave it up to Esau, they gonna marry the goddamn heir.
You're being ignorant.
Well, you have, you actually have, it's called,
You're full of hate.
ecosexuals.
Yeah, where they make love to a
They
tree.
make love to the tree and
Oh,
stuff.
man, married the seed.
Yeah.
Ecosexual, yeah.
They fuck around and marry the heir.
People got demons on them.
That black lady married herself.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All black bitches marry themselves.
God.
Yeah, they just consume that, their own idol, man.
That's
Yep.
You know?
You have more ones? I got.
I'll finish this verse off. It
Okay.
says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, he was unto them all people, man. And that goes back to the Tower of Babel. Now, in the fast forward now, the mystery Babylon, which is America, is you see this what they call it the Great Melting Pot, man.
Yep.
You know, where they try to get the best minds of all these other nations to exploit the world, which they've done.
God.
Okay, which they've done. Okay, we're seeing that now. Okay, you can't tell me this not talking about America, man.
Yeah.
You know, he that has ears, let him hear. He has eyes, let him see, man. That's talking about America, man.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, man.
This great nation that you proclaim to be great is nowhere recorded in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. They say you got this one devil that was on the comment board that said Negroes is not in the Bible. So here it is. Everybody else has a story or has some type of something in the Bible except America and Negroes.
Right.
You people are really. It's words can't. You just need slavery.
Yeah,
Really.
but white people went in the Bible, but then everybody, when you go to the churches, everybody depicted as white people.
Right.
Where does it say white people in the Bible?
Right.
Well, then why you drawing everybody as a motherfucking cracker then, man?
Everybody.
Like, come on, bro.
Right.
The Egyptians.
Ham is white,
Yeah. Everybody a cracker in the books.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In the movies.
Yep.
You know. But where does it talk about white people in the Bible?
Right.
Like, come on, man.
But they Moses.
Yeah, everybody, man.
They Pharaoh and Moses.
That's
You know, they Moab. You know, you see watch a movie, a biblical movie. Everybody in the goddamn movie is Edomites. There's like 3-4 damn nations in the movie, and everybody Edomites. But yet, it's still when you show them in the scripture, no, this is you, this is you, this is them, this is them. No, that's impossible.
Yeah.
God is the Father of all.
I don't see color.
Right.
You a goddamn
God's not a color. You know, nah, nigga, because the Bible pinpoints you as being a demon.
Yeah.
That's why you don't try to loop everybody into the shit you did.
Right.
You know.
But then when you just simply talk about all the things that have been done, what's the judgment for it, man?
Yep.
Forgive and forget?
Right.
They don't use
All this destruction that's prescribed in the scriptures, who is that going to happen to? Huh?
Right. That's right.
So, hey, man, look, you must be exposed, man.
That's right.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man.
Yep. The Lord is about to hit that gavel, man. The judgment gonna be sealed real soon, man.
Guilty!
Yep.
Guilty! Get him out of my court!
And we just look. We just in the courtroom just with all kind of. And Father, he did this. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. And I saw an article on that.
That's right.
Just bringing it out, man.
Point to who did it. It was him right there, Judge.
Yeah.
Him.
Yep.
You know?
That's right, man.
That's right.
And then, hey, you get that guilty judgment, man.
Yep. Real soon, the Lord gonna hit that gavel, man. It's gonna be sealed.
That's right.
And you're gonna see them missiles coming. You're gonna see them missiles coming, man. And like the elder was saying earlier, the judgment is gonna be so major, and America is gonna be we're gonna have to be we have to be in another atmosphere, man.
So we won't partake in the judgment, man.
Yep.
It's all of these Edomites eventually won't be here no more.
Right.
Tommy and Susie and them, you know, they got the little kids and the little stroller. You know, they got the little bad motherfucker that run into you.
Very bad.
Excuse me. All of them gonna be dead.
Gretchen.
Yeah, Gertrude.
Gertrude.
All the little
Catherine.
gonna be gone. They're gonna be in captivity, and then they're eventually gonna be completely. That's a major judgment right there, man.
God.
It's beautiful though.
Yes, sir.
It has to happen.
That's right.
You know, and that's the part of the story that it just perturbs them. Okay.
I'm so perturbed.
Yeah. Makes them feel melancholy. See, I know all the words too, man.
That's why they don't want to deal with it.
That's it.
That's why they don't want to deal with it.
You know.
I got some real quick. This is Psalms chapter 64 and verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune on laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Yeah, so they encourage themselves where they allow, homosexuality. They allow ecosexuality. They allow bisexualism and trying to have the biggest orgy in the planet Earth. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. Go have sex with the grass. It's okay. It's okay, man.
YOLO.
But yet and still they say, well, who's going to see us? Who's going to call us out for? The light. The prophets, the seers. The prophets see it, man.
That's right.
And they the ones that's not going to hold their tongue, man. Because when you go back into history, man, prophets never held their tongues.
Right.
The Spirit moved them to go out and speak against the madness that they were seeing.
That's right.
You know, the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah, Isaiah in the scripture said, Lord, I'll go out there and do it. If anyone will rise up, I'll go out there, Lord, and I'll go do it, man. Isaiah took initiative, man, when you read the scriptures, man.
That's right.
You know, because there's certain things that certain spirits that's in this realm don't want to tolerate, man. Okay? And that's the righteous, man. The righteous don't want to tolerate that left-hand shit, man. And that even goes into our own household.
Job 27:7.
You know, even in my own household, man, I got certain rules and regulations that I'm not gonna tolerate, man.
That's right.
You know, and that's usually how other brothers are like. You know, hey, we don't do this in here, we don't do that, because you don't want to be living around filth, man. But here it is, Esau just put filth all in the earth and then want you to live in it. No, you better live in it. I ain't living in this shit, man.
Right.
Right. We surviving down this motherfucker, man. We ain't living.
That's
You know?
right. We're not thriving. We're just surviving.
Yeah.
You know, because a man is supposed to be able to thrive, man. You know,
That's right.
to be able to build his own things and for it to grow, to create his own enterprise, man. You can't do that in this society, man. You constantly laden in debt.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
you got that.
Yep. This is Job 27:7. Let mine enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous.
It's the unrighteous, man, and that's what we're saying. You're our enemy, man.
Right.
You're the unrighteous, man. Because you rise up against righteousness, man. So we're calling that out, man. And then we're prescribing the judgment for your wickedness, man.
That's right.
To your face, man. Just like the prophets that came before us did.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So, you know, we're laying it all out. And in your pride, you're not going to listen to any of it.
That's right. Yep.
You know, it goes back to that pride, man.
That's right.
You know, which is a beautiful thing, man.
It is.
Right? Because Esau had an opportunity to repent.
Yep.
Okay? But he didn't take it, man. Okay? And so that the Lord's judgment is going out, man.
Yeah, the Lord even when you wept at the bed of Isaac, Isaac still gave you a blessing. And what you do with your blessing? You was a nigga with it, man. You was a nigga with it, man. You know. And your blessing now, what's gonna happen to your blessing is gonna be your curse, because by that same sword that what you was blessed with, it's gonna be the same way you go out.
That's right.
You know. So your blessing became your curse. Just like our blessing became our curse, but what's happening? The Lord having mercy on us because we repented. You know.
That's right.
But your blessing is going to amalgamate into. I know a few words.
There you go.
Nah, so like, you know, but your blessing is going to amalgamate into utter destruction.
That's right.
You know, into straight up and down. You know, your clock gonna be clean, man.
That's right.
You know, from coast to coast, man, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. You know, and American territories as well, man.
Oh, yeah, all over the world, man.
Yep. There's not going to be a place.
Baptism of destruction.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Isaiah 14.
Come on.
Oh,
Got something?
I had a word and a precept.
Go ahead.
Since we get into vocabulary.
Come
This is a word. It's sanguineous. It means blood red. It says of, relating to, or involving bloodshed, or being bloodthirsty. When you go into the word bloodthirsty, you know, blood meaning carnal and thirsty actually meaning a desire to do something. So you have a desire for blood. And this is the precept, Psalm 36:1. It says, the transgression of the wicked saith in my heart, within my heart, there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. Verse 2, it says, for he flattereth himself in his own eyes.
He flattereth himself in his own eyes. Come on, bro. Who be doing that hella a lot?
Yep.
Edomites,
Esau.
man. Yeah, he flattered himself in his own eyes. If it wasn't for us, none of these technological advances would have been bullshit.
Right.
And the earth was way cleaner before you fucked it up, man. Because I'd rather be able to go to a river and just drink it with my hand, man, than drink your bottled water, man, that gives you cancer. You didn't fucking fix nothing, bro.
Right.
I can't even enjoy the earth anymore because of your ass, man. I can't enjoy the earth no more, man. You didn't fix anything. You didn't make anything better, man. Go ahead.
It says, until his iniquity be found to be hateful.
Right, and that's what we found it out, man.
God.
That it's found to be hateful, man. All the things that you promote is just violence and hate, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The way of your being is destroyed everything, man. So the Lord is going to remove it.
That's right.
But it's got to build up to a certain point. Why? Because the elect has to be woken up. That light's got to hit them, man. They got to get that flash of light so they can be ushered in, because there's a certain adoption for a certain amount of men to wake up. But his debauchery and his evilness has to build to a point to where it snaps these men and women out of it, man.
Man.
And they come back to this truth, man. Via the mouth of the prophets, the voice of the Lord. Okay? Right? Because all these things are going to be happening, and guess what? The voice of the Lord is going out, proclaiming it, prophesying it, and he's going to be doing it. He ain't going to stop. And people are going to wake up to it. Men and women around the world are going to wake up to it.
That's right.
Come back they're going to come back to their true heritage, man.
That's right.
And those that come back are going to be saved.
That's right.
When that ultimate destruction comes, man. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. Okay? You have more?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 3, it says, the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit.
Mm-hmm.
He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deceiveth, he deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good.
Right.
He abhorreth not evil.
Right, he was not evil, man. He lived deliciously in his wickedness. Anytime somebody tries to actually do good, he kills them.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, you got patents for clean energy.
Yeah.
Off them took those patents.
Yeah.
Patents for cars that run without burning oil and fuel.
Yep.
You know,
Medical cures.
I was about to say that.
cures, things like that. He kills those people off, man,
God.
Crazy.
because he wants to make money.
Yeah.
So you value money more than life?
That's crazy.
It's just disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's like,
It's absolutely disgusting,
It's
man.
horrible.
Fake money.
Those people have
Yeah.
to be removed off the planet.
That's right.
yeah.
No, you can't. And these are people in places of leadership making decisions.
Mm-hmm.
No, that person has to be put to death.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what we're saying. All of those people are going to get put to death. Righteous men and women are going to be really men are going to be leading and making decisions and judgments on the earth that are going to be good for the humankind, man,
Yep.
and for animal kind, and for plants and for water, man.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
And all of the evil, wicked people are going to get put to death.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way it goes.
Right.
Okay.
Just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Now,
That's it.
you didn't have anything.
That was it. That was it.
All right, we're gonna end it off with this.
Yeah, this is the perfect one to end up on.
Okay. Okay.
This is Second Ezra 15 and 55.
Oh yes. Okay.
The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense.
Mm-hmm.
It says, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee.
Yeah, if I could say something real quick, you're not gonna get a second go around in slavery, my man. Okay? You ain't gonna get two chances to do it. To put us, you ain't gonna put us back into the hardcore bondage, man.
Right.
You already had your round, man.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Going back to
Okay.
the Romans.
That's all going all the way back to the Greeks. You've been fucking Jake over, man. You know, you think the Lord gonna let you get one up on us again, man?
Right.
No, man. Everything that you've done is coming back to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you've done is coming right back to you, Edomite's table now, and you gotta eat it. You know? And that's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah,
That's right there. Everything that you've done to the Lord's chosen is gonna be done to you and your seed and your offspring, man.
Dope.
And guess
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
And guess why your judgment is gonna lead to you being exterminated. Cause you still gonna be trying to rebel when we get in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cause the scripture say what? That which is crooked cannot be made straight.
That's right.
You still gonna be trying to do that off stuff in the kingdom.
That's
Man.
right.
So it's gonna increase until just get rid of it, man.
That's right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of laws on when you get put to death, man. You know,
Mhm.
they don't play around with it. And y'all still gonna be breaking them laws.
Yep.
So it's just gonna be swift.
Yep. That's why the scriptures say, in the land of uprightness, yet they shall not learn the way, follow the way of truth. In Isaiah 26. So, you devils, man, it's written, man. You know?
That's right.
Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so, you know, Lord willing, you know, that was edifying to you, Akim. You know, Tawada, once again, for the elder, you know, being here with us in the spirit. You know, it was a beautiful lesson. Hey, you devils, man, you know, there's nothing you can do. Like it tells you in Daniel, the 5th chapter, the writing is on the wall, man. You know, so, hey, with that, you know, we're going to close it out, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
once again, double honors to the apostles and elders, and shalom to